Welcome to Charter Local Edition Northwest. I'm Dana Cowley, and today we're talking with your newly elected representative, GINA MCCABE. She's a Republican in the 14th District in Position 2. And GINA, thank you for making time to be here.
Thank you so much for inviting me. Very honored.
For those of us that are just getting to know you, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I grew up in the 14th District. I live in the middle of the Columbia River Gorge in Goldendale, Washington, and I'm graduate of University of Washington. I went to law school for a while. This is my dream job. I'm just ready to go to work. I'm very thankful for being elected and excited.
Well, you mentioned that after being elected, you got to go to the new representative orientation, and please tell us what that was like.
I did. It was beyond my dreams. It was fabulous. We had training, we had meetings, reorganization meetings, and then we got to have specific training on things like capital budget, like appropriations, transportation. We got to choose and sit in on some of the committee hearings, which was fabulous. So we got a kind of a taste of what we might be interested in pursuing. I'm a freshman, of course, so I choose last as far as the committees. They choose, and then they let their freshmen at the end choose the end. So we're very excited. It was overwhelming and exciting at the same time. I got to spend time with my legislative assistant, so I'm very excited, and she's been there over 20 years, so I think that was a good choice.
That's probably a relief. You have a little security there.
Yeah, well, and I plan on hitting the ground running and working and not trying to learn so much about where to go and the basics, so she's been extremely helpful. I'm very lucky.
Have you had a lot of time over in Olympia prior to this?
I had as a tourist, and I went to University of Washington, so I spent a lot of time in the political side running judicial campaigns for judges in Seattle, things like that, but never my own campaign. So that was quite a different perspective.
Well, now that the session is going to be starting right up on the 15th, and you have ambitious plans and a strong business background, what are the things you want to try to accomplish this session?
I think really just focus on business. I think that, and jobs. You know, we really need jobs throughout the district. I've got 25 years business experience running various small businesses, and I think we really need to take the concerns and the needs of those businesses to the Capitol. Run some legislation that lowers taxes, makes us more business friendly to other areas, so people come into the state of Washington. I'm interested in, you know, just really helping the workforce, making sure that we have access to jobs in the community.
Yeah, that's the backbone. If everyone has a job and can pay taxes, then the rest of the government can carry on.
Absolutely.
And when we get those things out of order, everything just doesn't seem to work.
Right, that's exactly true. And if we don't have business, then we don't have a community. So we really need to help those businesses strengthen, and so that we can have things like, you know, the fire stations, the hospitals, and police stations, things like that. So business is really the backbone, and I think it's important to focus and make sure we're running the government like a business, being accountable with the dollars that we're collecting as taxes, and making sure that we're spending what we have, not what we want to have.
Well, and you're a decreasing voice in the state legislature, because more and more people who are being elected are longtime politicians, and also people who have served in government for a long time, not business owners.
Right, that's very true. I think just having a new fresh eyes on that and asking a lot of questions on accountability issues and where we're spending those dollars is very good for the state of Washington.
Well, and you also mentioned maybe you'd like to see some tax decreases. I know the last legislative session, the short session, it got out on time, and there were no tax increases. But this year the governor has talked a little bit about having some ideas for tax increases, and so where would you find your role as far as trying to maybe not just hold the line to keep them steady, but actually bring them down?
Well, we'll start with steady, making sure that there's no increases as far as we can, and then, you know, just looking for other ways to save money. You know, in business, we find our model, we go in, and when things are tough and it's hard times, we say, how can we save money in different departments, and where can we cut things so that things are still run efficiently, but yet there's no government waste or no business waste. So I think we need to do the same thing.
All right, GINA, thank you for being here.
Thank
so
you
nice
so
to
much.
meet you
Yes,
and visit with
excited.
you, and I wish you the best of luck with what you want to accomplish this new session.
Yes, and I'm so appreciative to be elected. This is an honor. I'm humbled, and I'm just excited to go to work.
Well, thank you, and thank you for watching. This is Charter Local Edition Northwest. I'm Dana Cowley.